So today let's see how to make this beautiful Goan Patal Bhaji, and I'm also going to show you how to make whole wheat puris. So now I'm going to show you how I chop up the potatoes. I leave instructions of how to boil the potato so that it doesn't become too mushy. And then we're going to cut them up into even sized cubes like this, not too large and not too little. So I've just cut the potato, I've boiled it, peeled it, and then cut it up into half. And then I'm going to cut the top part like this, then again like this, and then now you can do this on the chopping board. I'm just showing it to you for the video. Especially if you're a beginner, then don't try this on your hand, try it on the chopping board. And then just separate the cubes. Now what I do is I wash the potatoes and then I put them into my pressure pan with some water in it, and about say 2 to 3 cups of water if you're boiling 4 medium-sized potatoes. And then I just put it on a high for 1 whistle. And once the whistle comes, I'm going to put the gas on low and then cook it exactly for 5 minutes, not longer. Then once the cooker or the pressure pan cools down, just take out the potatoes immediately. Don't let them lie in the in the pan for very long, then they become soggy. So this is how you get really firm boiled potatoes which are actually cooked and not raw, but they're not over boiled and they're not mushy. That's how we want the potatoes for this patal bhaji. So I've used about 4 medium sized potatoes. So I thought I'd just show you how to chop the potatoes so that you get nice even size cubes. So even your dish looks really nice, and the cubes are all nice and even. And now I'll just take you through all the rest of the ingredients. There are not many ingredients, the ingredients that we generally have in our kitchen. So these are the the 4, medium-sized boiled, peeled and cubed potatoes. I'm going to use 1 medium onion that I've just chopped fine, 4 cloves of garlic chopped fine, 2 light green chilies chopped fine, a few curry leaves, about 7 to 8 curry leaves. Try to use fresh curry leaves. Half a cup of fresh coriander leaves, just for garnish. 1 tablespoon of udid or urid dal. Now this is my masala tin that I use, or my masala dabba that has all my ingredients. But we are going to be using half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hinga, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi, and half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mori or rye. We're also going to use half a cup of water and some salt to taste and some oil for cooking. So let's start with today's lovely Goan Patal Bhaji. So I'm going to take a wide pan like this. I'm going to heat the pan up. Once the pan is heated, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil. Now once the oil is hot on a low to medium flame, we're going to add our mustard seeds. Now once our mustard seeds begin to pop like this, we're going to add our cumin seeds or jeera. Let the jeera get fried too a little. Then we're going to add the urid dal. Next goes in the asafoetida or the hinga. Next I'm going to add the chopped up green chilies. Now we're going to fry the green chilies really well. Now I generally use these light green chilies because they are spicy but not extremely spicy. You can use the dark green chilies also, but just try to use 1 then, because those are really spicy. Then I'm going to add the curry leaves. Now you can keep the curry leaves whole, or if you like you can even chop them up and add them. I do that for some of the dishes, but here I'm keeping them whole. And now fry all of this bagar nicely. on a low, very low flame. Next, I'm going to add the chopped up garlic, and we're going to fry the garlic too till the rawness of the garlic goes away. So I've taken about 4 cloves of garlic, peeled them, and just chopped them fine. Now they say if you really fry your bagar very well, even the dish, the shelf life of the dish is also longer, and plus the taste is also delicious. Now we're going to add the chopped up onion, and we're going to fry the onion till it's translucent. So as you see in most of our Indian dishes, the bagar is very important. So you need to really fry all of the ingredients really well, of course on a low to medium heat. Never cook on a very high heat because then everything gets burnt and then it will not taste nice. Now I'm going to add this turmeric powder because it gives this patal bhaji such a beautiful look and a beautiful color. I mean, our food has to look nice so that it's, we feel like having it, and it should look really nice and appetizing. Now I'm going to add up potatoes. So for the thing for this is that you don't need to have overcooked potatoes. You need to have just the right, the firm potatoes, but they should be cooked. They should not be raw. So that's why I always pressure cook them for 1 whistle on high and 5 minutes on low, and immediately put the pressure pan off. And the minute the pressure pan is, cooled down, I just take the potatoes out and then let them cool and then use them for the dish. Now we're going to flavor this with some salt to taste. And I like to add a pinch of sugar, but that is completely optional. So if you would like to, you can also add a little bit of pinch of sugar. It just, elevates the dish, the flavor of the dish. And now mix everything very gently. Ensure that you don't break the potatoes up. So mix everything really well. And in today's video, I'm also going to show you how I make my whole wheat puris. It's super simple, guys. And this patal bhaji goes really well with puris. So now I'm just going to add half a cup of water, or just enough water that it covers up the potatoes. So you might have to use a little bit more, a little bit less. It just has to cover, cover up the potatoes a little bit, about an inch higher than the potatoes. And now we're going to put the flame on high, and we are going to let the water come to a boil. The minute the water starts to boil, we're going to lower the flame. And then we're going to cover and cook this for about 8 minutes on a very low heat. Oh, the aroma of this dish is really so beautiful and tempting. I just can't wait to fry the puris and just dig into this lovely dish. So now our potatoes are all ready. The patal bhaji is all done. All we need to do is add some kothimbeer or some coriander leaves for garnish. And just cook it for about half a minute after you add the coriander, and then turn off the heat, and your lovely patal bhaji is all ready. And I'm going to show you how I make these puris. So I've just taken about 2 cups of whole wheat flour, added a pinch of salt and some water, and made a dough like this, which is very stiff. It shouldn't be like a chapati dough or a roti dough. It should be really stiff. And then I've kept some oil for heating. Then you got to just rub, grease your hands with a little bit of oil, and then just make small balls like this out of the dough, even sized balls, and then press them down. So ensure that your hands are nice and greased with some oil so that they don't dry up. Now our oil is heating on a low to medium heat. And now once I've rolled out, I'm just going to fry a few just to show you all on for the video. And then I'm just going to roll them out. Not too much or not too less. I mean, we don't want them very thin. They should be a little bit thick, about half an inch of thickness. And ensure that your oil is also very nice and hot. And then just put them into the hot oil. And then just press them down like this so they start to puff up. And once they puff up, just turn them over so that they get evenly fried on both sides till they're nice and golden brown in color. So you don't need to add anything. It's just plain whole wheat flour with a pinch of salt. You can even skip the salt if you don't want to have too much of salt. And just add a little water at a time and make it into a very firm dough. And then just drain all the excess oil of the puris onto a kitchen napkin once they're nice and fried. So today we had this patar bhaji with puris, and we had some amras at hand. So we had that too. So it was a real treat. So do try out this recipe of patar bhaji and puris, and do let me know in the comments section below how you liked it. I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you soon.